mid-19th century, a time of great change and prospect, marked by the California Gold Rush. This was a time when dreams of fortune and prosperity drew people from all corners of the globe. Imagine the year 1848, when James W. Marshall discovered the first nuggets of gold in the American River. This discovery sparked a mass migration of hopeful prospectors, known as the 49 ERs in the following year. This influx of people wasn't just a rush for gold, it was a rush for opportunity, a chance to transform lives and indeed, to shape a nation. The Gold Rush era had a profound impact, not only on the economy, but also on the landscape of the United States. It was a period that saw the explosive growth of cities, the development of new technologies, and the birth of a uniquely Californian identity. This fascinating era shaped not just California, but the destiny of a nation. But where can we best witness its legacy? None other than Oldtown Sacramento. Oldtown Sacramento, a time capsule capturing the vibrancy of the Gold Rush era. This historic district, with its cobblestone streets and vintage architecture, harks back to a time when the promise of gold lured fortune seekers from all over the world. Situated at the confluence of the Sacramento and American rivers, Oldtown Sacramento was at the heart of the Gold Rush. Its proximity to the American River, where gold was first discovered at Sutter's Mill, made it a pivotal location. This wasn't just a place where gold was found, it was a place where dreams were forged and fortunes were made, or lost. In the heart of this bustling town, John Sutter, a Swiss immigrant, established Sutter's Fort. This became a beacon of civilization amidst the wilderness, a place of safety and resupply for weary travelers. More than just a fort, it was a thriving agricultural community, a sanctuary in the midst of the gold frenzy. But Sutter's Fort was just the beginning. Oldtown Sacramento quickly morphed into a commercial and transportation hub. Here, goods were traded, deals were struck, and the wheels of commerce spun tirelessly. It was a place of bustling activity, a hubbub of voices bartering, dreaming and scheming. The town's strategic location also made it a transportation nexus. It was here that the Pony Express, a mail service that became a symbol of the American frontier spirit, began its operations. From steamboats plying the rivers to the iron horses of the newly laid Transcontinental Railroad, Oldtown Sacramento was a crucial junction connecting east and west, tying together a nation in the throes of change. Oldtown Sacramento, standing today as a testament to the Gold Rush era, tells a story of ambition, fortune, and transformation. It's more than just a collection of buildings. It's a living, breathing testament to a pivotal moment in American history, a time when a nation was reshaped by the glittering allure of gold. As gold fever spread, Sacramento bloomed from a fledgling settlement into a bustling city. Imagine a place where, seemingly overnight, tents turned into wooden structures, and those in turn into brick buildings. That was the scene in Sacramento during the Gold Rush. The city's growth was nothing short of meteoric, spurred by the allure of gold and the promise of prosperity. Sacramento was no longer just a pit stop for gold seekers. It was becoming a city in its own right. Businesses, large and small, sprouted up like mushrooms after a spring rain. General stores offering everything from food supplies to mining tools lined the streets. It was here that prospectors stocked up before heading to the mines, their hearts filled with dreams of striking it rich. Banks, too, found their place in this burgeoning city. They offered a safe place for miners to stash their gold and provided loans for those who wished to stake a claim. And let's not forget the saloons. Oh, the saloons. They were the social hubs of the city, where miners could kick back after a hard day's work, share tales of gold finds, and maybe engage in a game of poker or two. And then there were the buildings. The first few structures in Sacramento were modest, constructed primarily from wood. But as more people flocked to the city, and as fires ravaged these wooden buildings, the city began to rebuild, this time with brick. These brick buildings, some of which still stand today, are a testament to the city's resilience and determination. But it wasn't all about gold and growth. Sacramento was also a place of community and culture. Churches, schools, and newspapers were established, adding a sense of permanence to the city. It was clear that Sacramento was not just a transient gold rush town, but a city with a future. In the midst of chaos and opportunity, Oldtown Sacramento emerged as the heart of the Golden State. The gold rush, like all good things, came to an end, but its impact on Sacramento was everlasting. As the gold veins began to run dry in the mid-1800s, so too did the vibrant rush of prospectors. The frenzy of fortune seekers gradually dwindled, leaving behind a transformed landscape. Sacramento, once a transient settlement of hopeful miners, found itself on the brink of an uncertain future. The city's lifeblood, gold, was no longer as abundant, but Sacramento, like the river that runs through it, proved to be resilient and adaptable. The city began transitioning from a gold-centric economy to a diversified one. When the gold ran out, the people didn't pack up and leave. Instead, they dug in, quite literally, and started to build a new future. Agriculture, commerce, and industry became the new gold. The fertile lands around Sacramento became a breadbasket, feeding the growing state of California. The city, however, didn't forget its roots. It preserved its rich history, holding on to the architectural relics of the gold rush era. The buildings that once housed saloons, brothels, and assay offices were transformed into shops, restaurants, and museums. The city streets, once filled with miners, now bustled with locals and tourists alike, all drawn by the allure of Oldtown Sacramento's preserved past. Old Sacramento, in particular, became a living museum, a testament to the city's golden past. It is here that you can still walk on wooden sidewalks, ride in horse-drawn carriages, and explore the same buildings that were present during the height of the gold rush. It's almost as if you're stepping back in time, experiencing firsthand the legacy of an era that shaped not only Sacramento, but also the entire state of California. And so, Sacramento adapted, it grew, and it preserved. It transformed from a bustling gold hub to a modern city, all while holding on to its rich history. The gold rush may have ended, but its impact is still very much alive in the heart of Sacramento. Oldtown Sacramento, once a hub of the gold rush, now stands as a monument of resilience and transformation. Today, Oldtown Sacramento serves as a vibrant reminder of the gold rush era. It's a living, breathing testament to a time that shaped California, and indeed the entire nation. The city has made a conscious effort to preserve this rich history, creating a captivating blend of the past and the present. Stroll through the streets of modern Sacramento and you'll be transported back to the 19th century. Carefully restored historic buildings line the streets, their architecture a snapshot of the gold rush era. From saloons to museums, these buildings serve not just as a nod to the past, but as functioning parts of the city's present. Speaking of museums, Sacramento is home to several that tell the tale of the gold rush in vivid detail. The Sacramento History Museum, for instance, offers a deep dive into the city's gold rush history, with exhibits showcasing the lives of the miners, the tools they used, and the wealth they unearthed. The California State Railroad Museum, on the other hand, highlights the role of the Transcontinental Railroad in the gold rush, connecting the East to the Golden West. But perhaps the most immersive experience of the Gold Rush legacy in Sacramento comes in the form of the annual Gold Rush Days Festival. Each Labor Day weekend, the city transforms into a bustling 1850s scene, complete with horse-drawn carriages, costume performers, and gold panning activities. It's an event that allows visitors and locals alike to step back in time and truly appreciate the indomitable spirit of the Gold Rush pioneers. The Gold Rush may be a chapter from the past, but its influence is unmistakably etched into the fabric of modern Sacramento. It's a city that proudly wears its history, inviting all who visit to take a journey back to a time of dreamers and adventurers. The echoes of the Gold Rush era continue to resonate in the streets of Oldtown Sacramento, reminding us of a time of boundless hope and ambition. From the discovery of gold in 1848 to the bustling city it is today, Oldtown Sacramento has a story unlike any other. We journeyed through an era marked by the glimmer of gold, an era that saw Sacramento transform from a mere hub into a city of promise and opportunity. We experienced the boom of Oldtown Sacramento, a period of rapid growth and prosperity, fueled by the dreams of those who dared to seek their fortune. We then delved into the time after the gold rush, a time of change and redefinition for Sacramento. Yet, the city's spirit remained unbroken, its legacy untouched. Today, as we explore modern Sacramento, the echoes of the gold rush era are evident in every corner of Old Town. From the preserved architecture to the vibrant culture, the influence of those golden years is still very much alive. As we walk the cobbled streets of Oldtown Sacramento, we are walking through history, a testament to the enduring legacy of the gold rush era.